the real estate industry has been booming in Canada for the last 4 or 5 years, especially here in the GTA. We've seen these tremendous increases year over year in the housing prices. Just between last year and this year alone, we've seen a 30 to 35% increase in condo prices. Unprecedented. There is nothing that can justify such a ridiculous increase in price, other than the fact that it's just fueled by speculation. Okay. So this is a hot topic right now because I guess the local governments have recognized that there may be a bubble forming here in Toronto and in the GTA and in Vancouver as well. And the provincial government has just actually put some measures in place to try to cool down the housing market. They've imposed some rent control measures. They've put out an additional tax on foreign investors. There's taxes now if you leave your property vacant for a certain amount of time. So, they've done all this to kind of cool down the prices, to make it more affordable for everyday Torontonians or everyday Canadians. And we're starting to see some pretty significant changes. Over the last few months, the number of real estate listings has spiked. And relative to the sales, this ratio continues to increase. So this is a signal that people are starting to lose confidence in the real estate market. And, the moment you see a price decrease, what's going to happen is all of the speculators they're going to run. They're going to run for cover, right? Because they're not interested in interest rates. They just want capital gains. And as long as the prices are going up, they're going to keep putting the money in. But as soon as the prices start going down, this is when everyone jumps ship. Okay, so I'm predicting that in the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to see significant decreases in the Canadian real estate market. And in terms of the housing prices, we could see anywhere between a 20 to 30% drop in the prices. Now, in addition to the legislation that was put out by the provincial government, we're also seeing some very interesting things happening in the US that can affect Canada. The Feds have now raised their interest rates. I think it's the fifth time this year, And typically when when the central bank in the US increases their interest rate, Canada follows. Historically, Canada has never opposed what the US has done because the loonie is very strongly tied with the US dollar. So it's very likely that the Bank of Canada is also going to increase their interest rates. And also the economy is improving in Canada right now. The job numbers for last month have been pretty good. Things are looking more promising. Oil is slowly creeping back up. So what's going to happen if the Canadian Central Bank increases their interest rate is that mortgage rates are going to go up. Okay, this is going to exacerbate the already now the fear that housing prices are going to start to decline. All right. Let's take the average Joe who's maybe put down 10% on his house. He's taken out a 90% mortgage on, I don't know, $500,000 house. Okay, if his mortgage rate goes up, he is going to have a very difficult time making those monthly payments. So what's he going to do? He's going to sell his house, which means he's going to list his house. Everyone is going to list their house. Listings are going to continue to rise. Prices are going to continue to fall. And this is going to kind of pan out over the next few years. It's difficult to say when this interest rate is going to happen. Some people predict could be by the end of 2017. At the very latest, it's probably going to happen, in early 2018. So brace yourself for that. If you're a homeowner, you may want to lock in your mortgage rates. If you're thinking about buying a house, I would suggest putting that money aside and holding off for about 2 to 3 years to just see what's going to happen. And why risk such a large investment in a market that's now becoming quite volatile? So there you go. There's your tip. If you like what I have to say, give me a thumbs up. And of course, if you have any questions, send me an email. We'll talk soon.